Hey everybody, welcome to another replay for General's 0 Hour. This is a 4v4 at Tournament Archipelago. Let's introduce the players. So in the bottom right we have Skippy as GLA Demolition General. Also on his team is going to be Pcap, GLA Toxin, Scottagorn as China Infantry, and STM the Mountain as China Nuke. On the left, for Team 2, we've got on the top left Pancake, GLA Stealth, Neo as China Tank General, Kettle as GLA Stealth, and CoreDawg as China Tank. A lot of GLA in China. No USA will be in this game. So a lot of conflict should occur here at the center. We've got Pcap that's starting to already build some tunnel networks and Toxin network because he's the Toxin General, and Scottagorn getting going with the bunker, and Neo also getting going with the bunker. He's got a barracks already, as does Scottagorn, and they're starting to face off already in the area, fortifying their bunkers, and they're pretty even right now. Skippy getting going with the barracks and 2 supply depots. Same for the mountain. He's actually going with the airport before he does the war factory. 3 supply trucks on each of those. Scottagorn only see 2 supply trucks on his supply center over there. 2 for Neo. And then Pancake is getting going with, he's got 6 workers on one supply center and I think 5 on the other one. And then Kettle, who's semi-new to the group, is also getting going with 2 supply centers and has got a barracks over here, trying to box off a little bit, I guess, for his area. He's got an arms dealer, 2 barracks. And CoreDawg has got only 1 supply center or supply stash and supply dock that's available to him. So he's everybody in the back gets 2, but the ones in the front get 1. So he's got 1 supply center, and then starting already with his propaganda center since he's got his war factory. He'll be going for those advanced units and getting a nuclear reactor going. Pcap has got 2 Toxin networks, and Skippy is helping by building some stinger sites in the back. Pcap starting to steal or claim a oil derrick, as is Neo. CoreDawg has already claimed his, as well as getting 2 Gatling cannons out. Nobody's claimed these 2 artillery platforms yet. And quite the line of defenses out of each other's range. Nobody's making any significant pushes yet. Scottagorn's capturing his 2 oil derricks. And it looks like the mountain is going to start us off with, let's see. Yeah, he's got 4 units inside of there. I didn't see what 4 units, but he'll be trying to make an attack with the helix over there. Taking the air units, he can go around a lot of the choke points that's here in this map. We'll see how it does. Picking up additional units. Skippy starting to send some quad cannons in for holding on to things. With this map, the edges are very prone to being able to get roundabout attacks, especially via air attacks. So we'll see how successful this is. He's got some tank hunters in there. He's going after the supply trucks, and he's going to evacuate those units right now. Didn't successfully evacuate it. He's trying. It's kind of weird. And he'll go after the supply center. Pancake being a little greedy. He's got 2 supply docks over here, although it's not that greedy. Neo has brought his supply center to double collect as well. And now Pancake has got some tank hunters for responding to the Helix, while the Helix is trying to go and do some damage. Right now, I think Joe has only got one dozer, so he's close to being hunted. And that Helix is probably going to go down. And yep, there goes the Gatling cannon. The Gatling tank was able to get him. Neo using his healing ability to get his health back on that Gatling cannon, or Gatling tank. And now we're starting to have more forces that are marching, getting themselves collected here at the border on the actual land side. These quads are going to be in trouble going up against the Gatling cannons. AP bullet, even if they had the AP bullets, which I'm pretty sure they don't have yet. Let's look. Nope, does not have the AP bullets, armor-piercing bullets up here yet. Alright, so we've got Scottagorn, who's bringing in some long-range Inferno cannons and starting to take out some of Pancake's fortified buildings. And toasting them at the same time. And now we've got some planes coming in to go after the lack of air support that they have and drop some napalm on top of them, which will be good. Everybody sees that this attack is going on, though. We've got, it got announced, CoreDawg is getting his planes to come support, and looks like Kettle has also got a good amount of quads that are there in case there's an assault on the south side. This is not looking good for Neo's defenses over here. Combination of the ECM tank deflecting missiles and then the long-range Infernos is doing some pretty good damage. And but even those attacks from the MiGs are not going to be able to make a significant contact. There does go one Inferno cannon, though, one of the missiles doesn't get through. Now we've got some we've got normal combat cycles, but the Inferno cannons are taking care of those, as well as the missile guy. Tank hunter. Looks like the Mountain isn't doing a ton with his air power over there. That might be able to help a little bit. And here comes Pcap with some rocket buggies, long-range units for being able to finally go after those Gatling cannons. And oh, he got just in the range of the Gatling cannon and loses one of his rocket buggies. Rocket buggies do have upgraded ammo, so they've got double the ammo. Don't have the AP rockets yet, though, so not and Pancake responding on the other side with some more rocket buggies, but the Inferno cannon should be able to reach just about the same size. If they get one shot off and it gets into the range of those rocket buggies, it's going to either totally destroy it or significantly take down its health. Although that Emperor tank should be able to do a good job to be immune to the ECM effects, at least for the not to the disabling of the vehicle effects, but will force them to disable it and allow the rest of the units to go out and the rocket buggies. And Kettle coming in with a large fleet of rocket buggies, fast, lightly armored, and tons of firepower. Those can be pretty deadly in large groups at that micro. Oh, we got too close to those bunkers. And it looks like Skippy on the bottom is coming for CoreDawg. He's got a bunch of Scud launchers, rocket buggies, and a few quads in there for good measure and anti-air. Really needs to go after that ECM tank, which is just killing all of the rocket buggy stuff, but looks like... Who was that? That was CoreDawg's. CoreDawg's MiG came in, took out probably half the rocket buggy. Looks like the ECM tank is gone. Scud launcher doing some work now. These camouflaged rebel buggies are going to be able to do a good amount of damage on the Scud launchers and the rocket buggies in the area, but they're also very lightly armored. Scud launcher coming in, taking out an Emperor tank. Those combat cycles, though, doing a good job taking out the rocket buggies and the Scud launchers. That was well placed. Copper Kettle bringing in a ton of resources, not getting spent quite yet. 20,000, Pcap with 16,000, the Mountain 10,000, CoreDawg 10,000. So it's a difficult balance to strike between collecting too many resources and then finding yourself able to spend them all. You don't want to be caught without resources, but you also don't want to be just floating on a large amount of cash where you're effectively, if that cash doesn't get used, that just means that on the average you're spending way more than you should be on generating your units because the money's not getting used. Here comes Copper Kettle with another rocket buggy. Looks like he's getting really close to that range that the bunker would have, but here comes some nuke cannons. Takes out 2/3 of that rocket buggy fleet. And planes would have had them anyways if they hadn't run away. Bunch of long-range units over here. Inferno cannons, nuke cannons. And CoreDawg coming in for some more rocket buggies, but loses a MiG to it. Scottagorn coming in from the top with his Inferno cannons. Continuing to clear Neo. But Neo is getting support from multiple rocket buggies from Pancake. Now, on the left side, I'm not seeing any, let's see, Pancake stealth, Neo tank, CoreDawg tank, and stuff. So all stealth and tank on the left side. So it means that only 2 of them have even got actual tanks. Stealth General doesn't get the Scorpion tanks. They can't generate them. And so they're stuck with their teammates, China, being able to generate some tanks from them. Now we've got those rocket buggies that are going to fall to the Inferno cannons instantaneously. Should have moved them out of the way. And now we've got a set of 5 nuke cannons that are coming up from the mountain to try and wreak some good damage on the further front lines of Neo. Looks like Copper Kettle and CoreDawg starting to coordinate for an attack on the south side. Here comes the nuke cannons. Pancake's got a quad in there trying to take him out. Inferno cannon takes that guy. Minigunner's taking out the angry mob. And here come planes. Loses one, almost loses the second one. Here comes CoreDawg coming in and isn't quite able to take out the nuke cannon. There goes a Battlemaster, and these nuke cannons, there goes one war factory. And they just got to stay out of the range of the artillery platform and get some extra anti-air in there. The mountains planes here would help in being able to fend off the other MiGs that are coming their way. Because right now, the air power is the main thing that is inhibiting the advance of this force right here. Pcap and Skippy engaging with CoreDawg and Copper Kettle's forces right now. Pcap coming in with the Scud launcher, trying to go after that Emperor tank. Marauder tank's getting scrapped up. He's got a double-barreled one, and he's going to lose that rocket buggies. But this Emperor tank taking Scud launcher after Scud, loses the Scud. And there's a carpet bomb from Scottagorn, takes out the war factory and almost takes out the airport. And these nuke cannons continuing to pound away at Joe's front line. The MiGs are trying to take care of them. Copper Kettle's coming in with some rocket buggies to get them. That should be enough. The Helix is going to try and stop them, but not before the rocket buggies are able to get off their payloads and take out the nuke cannons. But that was an excellent incursion from the mountain, taking out the front line for Neo. And now we've got multiple rocket buggies, Pancake's Toxin tractors, and the Mountain has got a helix that's trying to take out multiple rocket buggies. If he had a bunker on there, that would be helpful and get some tank hunters to be more effective against the armor, but this helix is about to go down from these MiGs. Yep, there goes. Pcap continuing to bring in Scud launchers as well as rocket buggies. And here comes Copper Kettle with more rocket buggies. And, takes out a Emperor tank with the Jarman Kell. Continuing to push that long-range advantage on the Scud launchers. And the Mountain coming in with more Nuke cannons in the south side. He's got a few up here in the north. Pancake trying to make a push with the rocket buggies. But really, it feels a little bit like a Slinky here with how push, come back, artillery going after the defenses. But the average of that push and retreat seems to be over here, which does not bode well for the Western team. They keep on having to push this Eastern team back towards the center, and when you're constantly having to deal with having enemy units on your own side, that's usually not a good signal that the game is going your way. Scottagorn and the Mountain coming in with more long-range units, and even a dozer here. What's the dozer going to try and build for Scottagorn? Loses the dozer. Don't know what it was going to try and build. Skippy and Pcap continuing to build fleet forces over here. And we've got a bomb truck from Copper Kettle. See if he can make some damage with that. There he goes. Probably go after. No, he's going to lose it. Although Joe takes out the ECM now. Oh, and there he goes, the bomb truck. The Nuke cannons took it out before it was able to do any damage. And Pcap has managed to steal this and even get off. Somebody sent the Nuke. Well, based on it being China. Oh, what do we have here? We've got Pancake that has launched some rebels inside of the Mountain's base. Mountain with helixes, taking them out and killing his own airfield before more stuff can be built. But Pancake came in with some excellent drops there for stealing barracks, trying to steal an airfield. And they just keep on making them. But took out a whole bunch of hackers, I think, that were over there as well. I don't think he's realized that that's there yet. Pcap pushing forward with his Marauder tanks, squads, and a few rocket buggies going against a single force of Copper Kettle. There is one Emperor tank that hasn't been reclaimed. CoreDawg could easily stick some red guards in there. He's also got the Black Lotus. Must be a satellite, spy satellite to see that Black Lotus that's over there. Continuing to hold this line, Scottagorn in the Mountain. Dropping mines. And we've got a Scud Storm on CoreDawg's base. That came from Skippy. As well as Scottagorn dropping some carpet bombs, almost killing War Factory for CoreDawg. And this feels like getting close to making a major incursion. No War Factory anymore. Just a few units for CoreDawg, and another Scud into CoreDawg because he's hurt right now. He's going to probably have to retreat to Copper Kettle's base. Pcap and Skippy with a few other help has got to go on the mountain. Looks like they have pretty much nullified CoreDawg's base over here. Copper Kettle trying to help defend with those rocket buggies. Marauder tank should be able to do something. Although, nope, he's just losing. A few rocket buggies go down. Quad cannon goes down. Oh, and CoreDawg comes in with a carpet bomb. Well placed to try and take out some of the infantry, but doesn't get that many. And now we've got Pancake and Neo doing a counter push. Totally annihilated with the Scotstorm, the front defenses that Scottagorn had. Scottagorn trying to push him back over here. We got the mountain coming in with a good number of helixes. There's only a couple of quad cannons over here, but a whole bunch of Gatling tanks. So if he's able to, we'll see how well he's able to fare against those. Oh, and we've got some artillery. Now these Gatling cannons are going to do murder on the helixes. There goes one helix. There goes another helix. Third helix. That's guy down. So we're down to just 2 helixes. And he's better get those things out of the way. I'll go Skippy and Pcap doing awesome work on CoreDawg's base over here. Looks like he's, this nuclear missile should fall pretty fast. Corey's trying to build another supply center because he lost it to rebuild stuff. He's got his power back because so much stuff has been destroyed. Neo, though, making an excellent incursion into Scottagorn's base. And he frenzied up. There goes the helix. That's going to be gone in a moment. Scottagorn building a missile back there. Not too much. There needs to be something. I think I see a carpet bomb coming from Scottagorn to try and take out this force. And he'll take out his power plant and 3 units in there, but not enough. We misjudged that one a little bit. And some artillery. Looks like it came from Neo's side. But this is, so we've got Skippy and Pcap pretty much cleaning up CoreDawg's base right now. Copper Kettle trying to ward them off from his side. Looks like Corey has come in and built a war factory inside Copper Kettle's base. That command center is about to fall. Pcap taking care of the artillery platform that's over there. EMP takes out that force, temporarily stopping that. And the mountain comes in with a nuke carpet bomb to help clean out Joe's forces. And Pcap coming in through the top to try and take out Joe. We've got all these hackers that are building resources for him. And starting to make good progress against those, as well as the angry mobs. There goes barracks, there goes a bunch of hackers. That's going to be pretty detrimental to Neo's resource gathering capabilities. Next he'll go for the internet center. Pancake with 1 rocket buggy trying to do some damage, and Pcap sees it and finally takes that out. And that force against Scottagorn's base is totally taken care of right now. This quad cannon is getting rid of tons of hackers in the area. Can't see right now that arms dealer. They continue to get hampered by it, but Pancake coming in with rocket buggies from his normal base, and looks like we'll try and do one last effort on the propaganda center. Loses 1 rocket buggy, and this tank hasn't they're almost there, not quite, and it's almost was able to get that propaganda center. All right, Pcap and Pcap and Skippy making their way into Scottagorn's base. Scottagorn just has this internet center. I think he moved his hackers. Yep, he moved his hackers away from there into the back of Copper Kettle's base. And looking at, let's see.
Let's kick up some dirt.
Pcap, see if he can see that.
Let's kick up some dirt.
A beacon has been placed.
He should be able to see that internet center as well as the Gatling tank that's over there.
A warrior has fallen.
All right. So now forces regrouping, but the Mountain now coming in with some more. Looks like he hasn't gotten the isotope stability upgrade on his tanks. He is the tank general, and if he loses one of these battle masters especially, they just provide a huge amount of explosive capability. Sometimes you can use that to your advantage to go get in and amongst enemy units, but look at all that. Like, these tanks, there's a big group of tanks, and they all got annihilated because he doesn't have the isotope stability, and the tanks die and kill them. Killed everything around them, which is not okay. Joe has got a whole bunch of... Ooh, somebody just launched a nuke. As did Joe. Looks like he went after Pcap's forces in the middle of CoreDawg's base. And then we've got the nuke from the Mountain that went after the Internet Center, as well as multiple artillery against the airfield. And CoreDawg has left a beacon on Skippy's forces saying this is a perfect spot for a carpet bomb or a nuke. Sounds like artillery. And a carpet bomb. Those beacons are good for being able to remember where the location is of things that you saw, even when you've lost visuals for Fog of War. So there he's got the artillery and carpet bomb, multiple carpet bombs in there. And Joe's starting to go. Still trying to fend off against Scottagorn's Inferno cannon. Everybody feels like they're just tired right now. Just playing and regrouping their forces. They made that large push to CoreDawg's base. CoreDawg's still alive. He's got hackers spread all around Copper Kettle's base. Got $1,000. He's trying to build stuff. He does have a few tanks that he's building. And Copper Kettle, and multiple arms dealers, and stealth rebels that are coming in. Multiple anti-air coming in for Scottagorn's carpet bomb over there. And Copper Kettle with rocket buggies. Inferno cannons. Taking care of one group of rocket buggies. Finally finishing off that propaganda center. A few leftover tank hunters taking care. Oh, nope. Weren't able to finish off any of those rocket buggies. Going after a power plant for Scottagorn. Goes after one rocket buggy. Still hasn't seen that war factory. Not trying to find it. Keeps seeing that the rocket buggy's there, but not quite seeing that it's getting generated. And not enough in time before Neo comes in with his MiGs and totally takes him out. Here comes Scud, Anthrax bomb. Anthrax bombs are pretty much useless against structures, but they are devastating against vehicles. Good way to clean out a base. Copper Kettle coming against Skippy right now in the bottom part. Skippy's scrapped up pretty well. There's all of this leavings and leftovers for the quad cannons and marauders to pick up. Those double-barreled marauders have a crazy fast shooting firing rate, so if you can get 2 scraps on them, it's pretty advantageous. And of course, the scrapped up quads are also probably about 50% better than they would be normally. Here comes a whole bunch of rocket buggies. There goes one quad cannon, takes out the Gatling cannon that's there. One Marauder's going to go down, second Marauder's going to go down, and third Marauder, fourth Marauder. That's it for Skippy's forces. All those rocket buggies just making short work of the entire fleet with their capabilities right there. CoreDawg coming in with Helix to take out, I think that was an airfield that got captured. CoreDawg trying to bring in a couple of things to help himself out. Doesn't have too much else right now. Does have that Helix. And we got a nuke on top of Neo's nuke. Almost dead, but not quite. Need to have something auxiliary. And then looks like Neo nuked Scottagorn's base. Now, Pcap is showing as having 2 Scud Storms. I'm not sure if that's an error. He captured one? I don't know. It's gone. It's only one. Skippy and Pcap continue wanting to push again against this defensive line that's been set up in the area. Scottagorn also pushing with the variety of minigunners, listening outposts, and a whole ton of Emperor tanks. There goes an airport to artillery. Inferno cannon going after the hackers. And minigunners. Now they've got to face off against Pancake's rocket buggies. But over here we've got rocket buggies versus defenses. Not too much standing. If the quads can get at those stingers, they should be able to take them out. I mean, really, it's just the rocket buggies that are doing most of the damage on the Copper Kettle side. We've got some angry mobs. Pancake, though, seems to have fended off this area. Oh, and EMP's a Emperor tank force. We'll see if how much they can finish those off before they reawaken. Still looks like he still hasn't bought the isotope stability, which you can just get from the propaganda center. That's not so good for the mountain. And Copper Kettle, CoreDawg, and Pancake have been able to fend off that fleet from Pcap in the mountain. Skippy. And those Emperor tanks are back alive. Looks like he has bought the uranium shell upgrade and the nuclear tanks for improved speed. And this should be it for Neo's base. Unless there's something else big. Although, yep, Skippy's got a Scud Storm ready. There goes the internet center. The carpet bombs coming. So this is not looking good for the Western team. It looks like it's pretty much starting to fall towards the Eastern team side. All of these Emperor tanks are making good progress on Neo's base. Copper Kettle, $30,000. Neo, $14,000. Skippy, what are you doing, Skippy? Oh my gosh, $130,000. You have so much resources, although you are getting your Scud Storm stolen by Pancake. And there it goes. Yep, 2 Scud Storms for Pancake. He's making some, sold it immediately, and gonna try taking some black markets. My goodness. Look at all these hackers and everything that the Mountain's got. The Mountain is spending a good amount of it, but oh my gosh, Skippy. Spend some of that money. You've earned it. Spend it. Treat yourself. Anyways. Build some production. Here we go with the Mountain. Has got some helixes. The Mountain also has a whole slew of Emperor tanks still. He hasn't replenished all of those yet. Looks like he's got a long way to trudge. He's trying to build them again. 3 airfields. Multiple MiGs that could be up in the air and helping. 2 Emperor tanks left. Looks like he's mostly focused over here. Got Emperor tank. And that's it. Coming in with the carpet bomb. Every time you see those units go nuts, like jumping up in the air, you can be pretty sure that that's a nuclear something or other. When it's a nuclear MiG and they hit a vehicle and it goes flying, if you have a nuclear carpet bomb, it'll make those vehicles bounce like crazy. Neo has been defeated. Not sure if that was a surrender or just the last building got taken out. And now we've got Scottagorn, who's got 4 barracks in the forward operating part of base. And Anthrax Bomb going after Skippy's forces. Now we've got Scottagorn coming in with all of the MiGs. Coming in for CoreDawg Supply Center. Going after the Internet Center. CoreDawg, Copper Kettle, and Pancake still holding the southern line against the advancing forces, but this top side is pretty open for attack. CoreDawg coming in with a number of tanks. He's got 4 tanks, not quite enough in order to get the nationalism upgrade or enhancement that comes from having 5 battle masters. Just needs to regroup with himself. And we've got Copper Kettle coming with a number of hijackers. This could be pretty deadly against the Emperor tanks, especially if they don't have any Gatling cannons. Although the listening outpost will see those hijackers. They are being sensed. See if they're able to... Nope, there they go. They fall, and oh, every single one of them taken down. That sucks. CoreDawg doesn't have the nationalism upgrade. He's got his normal enthusiasm bonus though. There goes 2 MiGs and an airfield. CoreDawg has got... does still have command center. Anthrax Beta being dropped over the base. For Skippy coming in with rocket buggies. Copper Kettle continues to have legions of rocket buggies, and everybody is now. CoreDawg is surrendering. Pancake is surrendered. Copper Kettle was the last one. He received everybody's units. And launches a nuke, and while Copper Kettle uses that last Scud Storm to go after Scottagorn's forces. But that should be it. Copper Kettle.
You are victorious.
Surrenders. Alright, and so let's look at the stats. For units created, most amount goes to Scottagorn, 457, followed by the Mountain, and then Skippy, 229. Units lost, also Scottagorn, with a crazy 423, followed by Pancake with 239, and then Pcap with 172. Units destroyed goes to Pancake with 246. He was doing a lot on both the north and south. Buildings constructed, 75 for Skippy, making crazy amounts of black markets and also large amounts of defenses, I think. Skippy lost 0 buildings. Congratulations, Skippy. You got 0 attacks on your base. Followed closely by Copper Kettle, also in the mirror image on the bottom left. And then, but for buildings lost goes to Neo with large amounts of defensive structures that eventually were crushed, rebuilding and crushed. And then buildings destroyed, Scottagorn with 31. A lot of nukes got sent Scottagorn's way. And finally, sorry, wrong statistic, not buildings lost, which Neo and CoreDawg. But buildings destroyed goes to Scottagorn. He was the most offensive and biggest base killer of the game, sending loads of offensive units and inferno cannons to take out other buildings. And then supplies collected closely neck and neck between STM and Skippy. Skippy nudges out STM with 475,000 and STM with 460,000, and then another realm with Scottagorn and Pcap. That eastern side team really did well in collecting their resources throughout the entire game, so congratulations to them. And well played, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.